Hi, I'm Drew Jackson, and we're here today with divorce expert Matt O'Connell, who's helped thousands of men through their divorce over the years. Matt's here today to answer a couple of questions for our viewers. Let's start with the biggest question on most men's minds. Matt, what are the biggest mistakes men make in a divorce?
Well, one of the most common ones is men approach the divorce like a TV divorce. We've all been brainwashed by watching all the shows on TV and thinking that once you get a divorce, what you have to go out and spend thousands of dollars, hire an attorney, and go sue somebody in court. That's not the way it should be done. That's a great way to spend tens of thousands of dollars, or should I say waste tens of thousands of dollars on your divorce. Totally unnecessary.
Well, isn't that what you're supposed to do, is hire an attorney?
This is what we've been led to believe. But the reality of the situation is if you hire an attorney, you'll waste thousands of dollars in needless court appearances, sending letters back and forth. The best thing you can do is just avoid the whole legal system, avoid the attorneys, and just file yourself. Another fairly common mistake that a lot of men make is to go out and rely on an attorney to run the whole show. That's like taking your car to a mechanic and just saying, "Here, fix it," without having any idea what they're doing. If you just turn your divorce over to an attorney, I guarantee you, you're going to waste thousands of dollars.
That begs the question then, well, what should a typical divorce cost?
Typical divorce should really cost no more than about $300.
Really? $300?
$300.
How can somebody get by that cheaply?
If you avoid the whole legal system and you file the court papers yourself, you can do that in most counties in most states for about $65. Throw in another $100 for mediation if it's needed, and you can really close the whole thing for just about $300. You can keep the money and your assets in your own pocket and get on with your life with money behind you, as opposed to the way a lot of men do is they end their divorce broke and in debt. Another fairly common mistake that men make is paying way too much for alimony and child support. There are a lot of guys out there right now who are paying far more in alimony than they should be, and a lot more in child support than they really have to. There are ways that you can avoid that, you can cut that down.
Interesting. Another question on the minds of, I'm sure, a lot of men is this one. Are men and women treated fairly in family court?
Absolutely not. The joke I like to make is, you know, if a man talks dirty to a woman, it's sexual harassment. But if a woman talks dirty to a man, it's $3.95 a minute. Society in general does not treat men and women the same way, and family court especially is just riddled with gender bias. You should not expect fair treatment in family court, which is why you should avoid family court if at all possible. And there are ways to do that.
Interesting.
You know, and a common misconception is that divorce has to be this expensive, lengthy process. And if done properly, it doesn't need to be that way at all. It can really be an inexpensive, very quick process that's painless.
That's great news to hear.